Hello and welcome to episode 77 of The Pilgrimage on FM23. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode I've got the January transfer window closing and then two matches for you: at home to Watford and away to Nottingham Forest in the Championship. So let's get straight into deadline day, and I'll be back with that in just a moment. Okay, well here we go, transfer deadline day, so let's confirm that we want to take part, and I'll show you the business we've done so far in the January transfer window. Just the one signing we've made and one departure as well. Michael Williams has gone to Ipswich Town. The one signing is Mason Wilde on loan from Manchester City. So let's take a quick look at him. 3-star current ability and 4-star potential. 20-year-old centre-back. Delighted to have him in. And you may have noticed the little spoiler that I gave you. We are in the process of negotiating a deal to sign Randolph Lloyd for 12.75 million from Sunderland. So I will continue and see if we can nail that deal down. And I'll come back in a moment when we find out whether it's been successful or not. Okay, well, with 11 hours to go until the transfer window closes, we have received confirmation that Randolph Lloyd has accepted our offer, so we are able to sign him for 12.75 million. So let's accept that, and we'll welcome him into the club, and I'll introduce him to you as soon as he's officially joined us. Here he is. So 3.5 stars of current ability, 4 stars of potential. So a good Premier League player. So absolutely the right player to sign. I think the fan reaction is somewhat disappointing. And so he's welcomed into the club. So let's do that. And thankfully Luke Harris has stepped up to the plate and agreed to do that. And I'll be back in a moment when the transfer window closes to let you know whether we've done any other business. Okay, well, it is 11 PM. The transfer window has just closed, and we can now round up the business we've done during January. So it was, in the end, a total of 2 in, 2 out. Mason Wilde from Manchester City on loan, Randolph Lloyd from Sunderland for 12.75 million, the two players coming in. Michael Williams left for Ipswich for 52,000, potentially rising to 140,000, and Mohamed Jabeur, who only joined in July, is already out of the club, having departed to Watford for £7.25 million. Not bad for a player we signed in the summer on a free. So very happy with that. And so that concludes the January transfer business. And I'll be back with the first match of the episode in just a moment. Okay, time now for the first match of today's episode as we face a home match in the Championship against Watford. The team for this one is Carter in goal, back four of Vecchio, Garo, Bornout and Rodney. Gray at the base of midfield with Davis and Harris ahead of him. Enciso on the left, Jones on the right. New signing Randolph Lloyd makes his debut up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant manager is stressing the importance of home advantage, so let's agree with him and let's get out there and see if we can make it count. And as always, first 10 minutes or so we'll just sit back and see how things play out before making a decision about possible interventions. Literally nothing's happened. but we do now have a Watford highlight, which has very nearly led to a goal. So a demand more is clearly the right answer. And this time it is Carter, the Fulham goalkeeper, to Rodney, back to Bornau, into Gray, onto Harris, who's dispossessed. And Alzat comes forward for Watford, hits the shot, and it hits the woodwork. And the shot is deflected behind for a corner to Watford. They'll take an in-swinger. Jensen with the right-footed in-swinging corner, headed away by Enciso. Godfrey for Watford finds Johan. Godfrey again. Back to Jensen, who hits the shot, and Jacob Storm Jensen has given Watford the lead with a stunning strike. It is Fulham 0, Watford 1. So we're going attacking, we're demanding more again. And we may not even survive to see the second match of today's episode. We've got an hour to try and turn this around. And no sign of it so far. Watford have been in complete control of the match. And we have been absolutely toothless. But it's Vecchio with a throw-in on the left. Lloyd back to Vecchio. Plays it to Garo, into Gray, who gives the ball away. And Watford can break. Godfrey plays it forward, over the top, and it's hooked away, but Alzat will get there for Watford. Finds Jensen. It's Ruig on the right hand side for Watford. Infield to Alzat. Jensen to Adlai. Johan over the top for Alzat, who hits the shot straight at Carter. So let's demand more. It's half time. Still 1-0 to Watford. Point the finger. Fans turn up through thick and thin. And I think I'm going to make 3 subs at half time. Randolph Lloyd's having a terrible debut. So Pellegrini can come on in his place. Also, Isaiah Jones is playing very poorly, so Zarat can come on for him. And my third change is going to be Vecchio at left back for Blanco. And let's send them out and see if those players can make a difference. Let's demand more. Straight away, and it's Blanco with the free kick, and it's a penalty. So 4 minutes into the second half, we have a massive opportunity. It's Pellegrini, and he smashes it straight down the middle to make it Fulham 1, Watford 1. We have already wiped out the deficit. Let's see if we can go on and win the game now. Do we deserve it? Maybe just about, but probably not. Bornau now to Rodney. Infield to Harris. Forward to Zarat. Davis to Harris. He finds Pellegrini. Plays it through for Enciso, who slots it under the goalkeeper. And we have turned it around. It is Fulham 2. Watford 1. 61 minutes gone, so we've got half an hour to hold on to a winning position. Something we've not done in a very long while. Apart from the last match before this episode, of course. And we can't do it this time either. Dominic Solanke has equalised for Watford. So we're going to go back on the attack again. We're going to demand more and see if we can retake the lead. Having come from behind to lead, we're now level again. So Harris with the in-swinging corner. The flicked header, and Pietro Pellegrini has done it again. And it is Fulham 3, Watford 2. So that's 2 for Pellegrini, 1 for Enciso, 3 for Fulham. Can we hold on this time? I'm staying on attacking. Last time we dropped back, we regretted it. Final change is going to be Enciso for Clementi. And there we go, full time. Fulham 3, Watford 2. I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode as we face a trip to Nottingham Forest. Team for this one, Carter in goal. Back four of Vecchio, Garo, Bornout and Wilmot. Clementi at the base of midfield, Davis and Harris ahead of him, and Ciso on the left, Zarate on the right, Lloyd up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, well, my assistant manager is recommending, I think it's time we shut a few people up and prove their criticisms unfounded, don't you? Considering we won our last game and played reasonably well, I disagree with him. So I am going to say, because we're away, the fans turn up through thick and thin. Remember that as you go out there today. And let's get them out there and see if they can put on a performance to cheer our fans. So as always, first 10 minutes, we'll just see how things go. And we're looking to close the gap on Nottingham Forest. We can take 8th place with a win. We can't go 7th, but 8th would be nice if we can get it. Harris into Davis, ball over the top for Enciso, and Julio Enciso gives us the lead, and it is Nottingham Forest 0, Fulham 1. So great start, and that does lift us to 8th and cuts the gap to Nottingham Forest in 7th to 3 points. The gap to the playoffs is down to 4. So things are beginning to look slightly more doable. And the gap to automatic promotion is down to 9 points, so it's in single figures for the first time since we arrived. And that's half time. Forest 0, Fulham 1. Just about deserved, but not great. So let's ask them for a little bit more. We can definitely find another gear. And let's have a look at potential changes. Ben Wilmot at right back. Is Mason Wilde a right back? Not really. He's more of a centre back. So I don't really think we can do that. But Bornow, I think, can play right back. He can. So let's get Mason Wilde in at centre back. Oh, he's aggressive though, which may not be 100% desirable. I think we might need to have a word with him and just calm him down a bit before we send him out there. Let's go back to the dressing room. Speak to Mason Wilde. So individuals, Mason Wilde, where are you? Where's my goalkeeper? There he is. So Mason Wilde is going to be... There he is, over on the right hand side. Hands in pockets, hands on hips. I definitely don't want to do anything aggressive. Hands together. I trust you. And hopefully that will just calm him down a little bit. So let's send him out. I'll keep an eye on him and just make sure he's okay. And it's Vanya, the Nottingham Forest goalkeeper, to Arroyo into Besak, who loses out to Enciso. So we're on the attack. Enciso into the area, and Randolph Lloyd has his first goal for Fulham. It is Nottingham Forest 0, Fulham 2. So he is already looking like a decent choice. Okay, not a brilliant debut last time out, but he's scored in his second match for the club. And let's take off Harris for Diallo. And Clemente for Archie Gray. And now Bornau is really struggling. So Isaiah Jones can come on at right back. And with 93 minutes gone, Forest have yet to hit the target. And full time, Nottingham Forest 0, Fulham 2. So out of nowhere, we've won back-to-back games, and we've done it on a live episode as well. So I'll be back in a moment to show you the league table and tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, let's take a look now at the league table, and as you can see, we are 9th in the table with 13 wins, 11 draws and 60 defeats from our 30 matches for a total of 50 points. 3 wins on the bounce is an excellent turnaround in form, and we're just 4 points now off a playoff position. So let's take a look at when we're going to come back. And I will bring you back. I think what I'll do, I will show you the away game against Blackburn Rovers and the home match with West Brom on the next episode. And then on the episode after that, we'll do the final 2 matches of the season. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for Monday to Friday Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.